Welcome back to Teach English Now. I'm Mr. Frey Hassan. The last session we studied about how to write an effective title of a research article. Today we are going to study how to write a good introduction and what looking for an introduction if you we want to send our paper to any journal or review. Uh, as we usually do, we are going to work in small groups. It's a communicative approach, and I will give you a PowerPoint presentation. Then that explain in details how to write a good introduction. I see you later in PowerPoint presentation. Bye.
For an introduction.
Yes.
The three main objectives of an introduction. The introductory section of a document serves a very specific purpose. This purpose is covered by three main objectives. Present the research topic by placing it in the context. Explain why current research is important. State the purpose of research questions. The introduction should provide enough background to place the research in context and give readers a good understanding of the article's purpose.
Yes.
It should identify patterns or trends and highlight the most recent findings on the topic. The research questions or hypotheses should be clearly stated. If you come to the end of an introduction and are unclear about the reason for the study or its objectives, then the introduction has not achieved one or more of its objectives. Check the references used. Looking at what the references are cited in the introduction, you may ask yourself some questions. The first question, are all the most recent relevant studies included? Perhaps there are articles that you know of that have been omitted that may contradict or better inform the concepts of the research. Do you cite multiple references to support a single claim? You can use a relevant review article instead of referencing multiple articles to back up a statement. Systematic reviews can be more useful than individual studies because they summarize current knowledge and cover several studies in a particular area. Other things to look for in an introduction. You can also check for consistencies and readability. For example, specialized terminology defined, or are acronyms spelled out the first time they are used. Specialized terminology used throughout the article should be explained in the introduction so that readers are clear what the authors mean whenever they use a specific term. And all acronyms should be spelled out the first time they are mentioned, which is quite often in the introduction.
So, welcome back again. In this section, we have seen what advice to take to write a good introduction and how to write an effective uh, title for scientific paper. Uh, the next session, we are going to study how to write a good material and methods, and we are going to abord also the precious advices as for the completion of this very important part in your scientific paper. Uh, then we are going also to study uh, how to achieve good interpretation for your results obtained. Uh, we will approach an equally important part, which is the processing of the result section, and finally, we will access our training on how to write a good discussion, how to achieve a good discussion, and discussion followed by a conclusion and perspectives, and we are going to do some homeworks. We are going to work in an effective scientific writing paper. Uh, I give you some homeworks to for training.